Hi everyone, so today we are making a really simple and easy and also delicious lemon chiffon cake. So let's go over the ingredients. So for the first set of ingredients that we are going to work with is eggs. So I have 6 large eggs here that I am going to separate later. So I have a bowl here which I am going to mix the egg yolks in. And I have the smaller portion of the sugar. So I have separated the sugars together into 2 portions, one for the egg yolks and one for the egg whites. So for the egg yolk part, we have the smaller portion of the sugar, and I have the liquids here. So I have oil, lemon juice, and water. And also lemon zest. I love putting lemon zest in my cakes. It just adds a fabulous aroma. And I have cornstarch and flour. It is just all-purpose flour. For the egg whites, I will be using that 6 egg whites that I separated, and I'll be whipping it up using my stand mixer. And I also have the larger portion of the sugar here and a little bit of cream of tartar. Yeah, so let's get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is to separate the eggs. And I'm going to get that going. And make sure that your bowl or whatever you mix your egg whites in has no trace of egg yolks or grease, or else you are not gonna get a perfect cake. So the secret to making the best chiffon cakes is that you don't want to grease your cake pan, and make sure that you don't overmix your batter. And lastly is to not have any trace of grease in your in your egg whites when you are mixing. So you should clean your bowl before putting your egg whites in and your mixing attachment, so that prevents you to have egg whites that are not beat up properly. The first thing is I'm going to use a handheld mixer, and I'm just going to add in my sugar and just mix this on high speed if you're using a handheld mixer, or medium, like about a 4 on a KitchenAid, and just mix it until you get a thick consistency and like a pale yellow color. So after about 2 minutes of mixing, it should look like this. Like it should be thick. Like when you pull your beaters up, there should be like a thick ribbon coming off. Should be still liquidy, but it should be very creamy. So when that's done, we are going to add in our liquids. The 3 liquids, and all the ingredients and the amounts will be listed in the bottom bar, and I'll just add that to it. And then I also like to add my lemon zest. This is just a zest of 1 lemon, and I just like adding zest to my cakes when I'm making like a flavored cake. It just adds a great aroma. And it tastes much better too. So I'm gonna mix it on low until it's just combined. I think I'm not gonna use my beaters. I'm not gonna use my mixer. I'm just gonna mix it by hand because I don't want it to fly everywhere. So for the flour, I am going to sift it in because I don't want any clumps in my flour. We're just going to sift that in. So after everything has mixed in, it should be lump free, something like this. And I'm going to set this aside, and we will work on our egg whites. So I am using my KitchenAid here. I have egg whites here that we reserved at first, and I'm just going to sprinkle in about 1/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. You can use just a little bit of lemon juice if you don't have this, or just a little bit of vinegar. So I'm going to start mixing it on low, and when I see like bubbles, I'm going to sprinkle in some flour and just increase my speed as I mix. And mix it until you get a stiff peak, okay? So I'm gonna sprinkle some flour. I'm gonna sprinkle some sugar, I'm sorry. Just sprinkle it a little bit. just a little bit at a time. And we'll come back after my egg whites are mixed in. Yeah, it looks good to me now. I'm just gonna test it again just by mixing it in the egg whites and lift it up. And you should get like a stiff peak. This is what a stiff peak calls. Like it don't tilt down to make like an hook, like an arch angle. So it's just like pretty straight up right now. So that's stiff peak, like that. Like that. So after I hit stiff peak, I like to mix it on low for about 30 seconds or more. Just to get rid of any big bubbles that have formed in between of mixing. Just on low for about 30 to 40 seconds. Egg whites are done mixing. It should look like a really pretty meringue. Ooh, got it. Like that. So I'm going to add about 1/3 of the egg whites to the egg yolks just to get it a head start. So cut your egg whites in the middle and lift it up. And do it in like a circular motion. And just continue mixing. So after the 1/3 of the egg whites are mixed in, I'm going to add in the rest. And I'm going to mix it in this bowl because this is too small. So I'm just going to pour it in and just fold in the rest of the egg whites. It should be like this. I'm going to get rid of all the dirty bowls next to me. And I have my Angel Food cake pan here with a removable bottom, and this is a 9-inch. You can totally use an 8-inch for this. And I'm just going to spread the batter in my pan. And bake it in a preheated 325 oven for about 50 to 55 minutes or until it's done cooking. I just like to spread the batter across evenly. And I like to give it a good couple taps and a couple shakes. And after I'm done baking this cake, I'm going to flip it over on a cooling rack and let it cool for at least 2 hours or until it has completely cooled before I'm molding this baby, or else it is not going to be pretty when you try to mold it while it's hot. Hi everyone! The cake is done baking and it has completely cooled, and I removed it from the cake pan and I took a couple big bites before filming this. So this is how it came out. It's really soft. And actually you can make this into different flavors, not only lemon. So you guys want to see how inside looks like? It is very fine and crumbled, very soft, very tender, very delicious. So this is going to be my last piece. I already had a piece already. So, and also when I took it out, the sides weren't pretty, so I kind of just like rub off the sides and then it will come off, and then it will have like a really pretty side. And if you are not just eating this straight out, like just like that, you guys, like, I would prefer you guys eating it along with some whipped cream or some ice cream. That would be very delicious also. And top it with some fresh fruits. I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!